Hey everyone, this is Lindsay from Heritage Cookbook. Today I'm going to show you how to start a new book in your Heritage Cookbook account. When you log in, you'll be under My Books here. Just click the Start a New Book teal button and it'll bring you to your book building dashboard. There's a number of tabs at the top here. It'll automatically bring you to template. So here we're going to name our book. This is just an internal name for your book, not what will appear on the cover. Let's call it Demo Book 3. And then choose a template. Any that have stars are premium templates, and any that have the little free icon are part of the free membership. You don't have to have a premium membership to start a book and experiment with it. You can come back here and choose another one. So let's start with the Daisy. And we're going to scroll down. Same thing with the fonts. Anything that has a star will require premium at the very latest at checkout. So we'll click Classic. Then we'll select what type of book it is and click Start Book. Now we'll come over to the Content tab. This is where you are going to be editing your book. So on the left-hand side, you'll see beginning pages includes front cover, title page, dedication, intro, and table of contents. Recipes is where we're going to build out each of our sections or chapters. We also have the index, which is auto-generated, and the back cover. So we'll start in beginning pages on the front cover. Text boxes that have the little dashed line around, this is what you're able to adjust. So we'll say Smith Clan recipe book, and we can also put in the year 2026. So then we'll go to title page, same thing. You can fill that out with whatever you like. Dedication, you can type in text here. If you'd like to remove this page from the book, you don't want to have it, just click remove this page from my book here and I'll take it out. Introduction, you can adjust this title at the top. This is where your intro will go. And on the right-hand side, you can adjust the page layout if you'd like your introduction to include a photo. The dedication page doesn't have a photo. So sometimes what people will do is instead they'll just switch their dedication over to the introduction page. And then that means their dedication can include a photo as well. We'll go to the table of contents. This will be auto-generated as you go, so you don't have to worry about filling that out. So we'll close up those. One other note, once we get in here, is that if your screen is not looking like mine, where you have this editing option on the left-hand side, it might be because your browser window is too small, in which case it adapts to look like this. You can work this way. It's just a little trickier because you don't have all of your editing options visible at the same time. So just make sure your browser window is as wide as possible. And if you're still not seeing it, you might be zoomed in too much. Click Command and zoom out, and that will allow you to see all of your options in one go. So in order to add a new section to your book, it will start with one added. You can have, it's a minimum of 1 and a maximum of 12 sections. Sections are basically chapters. We'll name our first one, let's call it Breakfast. And then to add new sections, you'll just click this Add New button, Add Section. And we'll see the second one appear, and we can call this one Lunch. We'll add a third one now. Let's say Add Section. We'll call this one Dinner. So now we've got 3 sections added. Now when we want to start adding pages to those, there's a couple different ways you can add a page. You can click Add New, Add Page in Section, and select which section you'd like it added to. Or you can go to that section and just click the Add New Page link here. The new page that it will add by default will always be a single recipe, just sort of a plain recipe with a single column of ingredients, spot for the recipe directions here, and a little note at the bottom. It will include these text boxes here are the yield box. You can say submitted by and yield there. So we'd say submitted by, let's say, Grandma, yield 1 loaf. So we're going to say that this is banana bread. Now, if you want to lose these fields, you'd rather not have them or just lose one or the other, you can unclick these buttons here, and this removes or adds text fields back in. So let's say we want to lose recipe yield. We'll keep it like that. Now, this is a recipe text only under page layout. So there are other options here for how your recipe page would be laid out. This includes 2 columns of ingredients. This allows for 2 recipes on one page. And this is a totally different format altogether. Say you want to add, so let's say we've added one recipe, and the next page you want to add, you want to be a photo page. Again, once you add the new page, this will be what appears, but then we'll just go over to page layout, select the drop down, and choose photo. And now you've got all of these options here for what the page layout will look like, including a gallery. You also have photos with a little text box underneath. Once you've added the photo option to your book, you can either upload from our recipe image collection, or if you click on this button here, it will allow you to upload a photo from your own computer. It should either be in a .jpeg or .png file. The higher the resolution, the better. So let's add, and we're going to call this charcuterie. We name this page right here because this particular type of image doesn't have a title at the top. If you want your photo to come with a title at the top, under page layout, you'll select photo with title, and then we have it named there. As you'll see, these pages, as they're named, gets reflected in real time on your left-hand side. So let's add a few new pages. Let's do recipe text only. We'll select recipe card. This would allow you to upload images of either a scanned image or a photographed image of handwritten recipe cards. So let's just say this would be called relish and jam. And then let's add a full text page. This might be, we could do text with title. This might be grandma's story. So this is great for pages that aren't necessarily a recipe, but it might be some family history, that sort of thing. Now we've got a few pages added. Let's add one more page that's just a recipe. French toast. If we want to rearrange the order of these recipes, we'll go to the Organize tab. In the Organize tab, just click on the section you want to reorganize, and you'll see all of your pages laid out here. You can see basically this is what it would look like if you were staring at the book printed and laid out on a table. The spine is right in the center, so you can see the banana bread recipe would be on the left and the charcuterie image would be on the right. So if we want to move the order of these, we'll just click on the recipe and drag and drop it into a new spot. So you can do that as many times as you want until it's in the order that you want. Similarly, you can also rearrange the order of the chapters or sections in this tab here. So just drag and drop into the new positions, and that's how you rearrange a section or a page in the Organize tab. When you decide you want to have a look at how your book is doing, click Preview, and then here you can either click Download PDF in regular print mode, which would mean it would have color, or in black and white. Once you download the preview, make sure once you've opened it that you're viewing it as a 2-page spread, and that will allow you to see it in a way that positions the pages in relation to one another that would be the same as if we're viewing an actual book. If you would like to change the template at any time because you want to see something different, you can always come back to the Template tab and change to another template, and you'll see that that's reflected right as you go. So you can experiment, you can go back and forth, change the template, change up the font, and decide what's working best for you. If you want to get a quote on your book and see how much your book is currently costing, or you've finished your book and you want to check out, you can just come to the Price and Order tab here and select the type of binding that you want to get a quote on and just adjust the quantity. So if I wanted to know how much 10 copies of this current book would cost, I would just up it to 10, and I would see in real time how much that book costs per book and what the printing total would be. And just a reminder that this does not include shipping or taxes. And as you can see, the price per book goes down as the order volume goes up. This is also a little note that says available for books with a minimum of 44 pages. The 6x9 coil doesn't have a minimum, 7x10 books do. So that's why the pricing option isn't showing up yet, because our book is really, really short at this point. So that's the long and short of creating a book. Please visit our help center if you have any questions or want more detailed information on doing things like adding a new recipe page, adding a photo page, adding a photo gallery, that sort of a thing. If you decide you want to upload your own design, there's a template for that as well. So happy book building, and let us know if you have any questions. Thanks so much.